Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a topic that practically every gym goer has obsessed over at some point. What exactly should we be eating after a workout? Specifically, we're going to break down the absolute best post-workout meals to maximize muscle growth. If you've ever stared blankly into your fridge after crushing a heavy lifting session, wondering what's actually going to help your body, you are definitely in the right place. Let's get right into it.
So you've finished your workout. Now what? You've put in the sweat, you've pushed your limits, and you're riding that awesome post-gym high. The hard part's over, right? Well, actually, not quite. What you put in your body the minute you drop those weights can literally make or break your fitness journey. We spend so much time focusing on the workout itself, but honestly, the recovery phase is where the actual physical transformation happens.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the workout toll.
To figure out what to eat, we kind of have to look at what we just put our bodies through. During exercise, your muscles are burning through their stored energy like wildfire. And as you're lifting or running, you're actually causing your muscle fibers to develop these tiny little tears. Now, I know the word tear sounds super alarming, but it's actually exactly what we want. It's your body's way of triggering the rebuilding process. But here's the catch. Once the workout stops, your body basically becomes a massive construction site that's totally out of building materials. It desperately needs protein to repair all that torn muscle tissue, and it needs carbohydrates to restock the energy you just burned up.
Let's move to and see how this builds step by step. Step 1, your energy gets depleted out there on the gym floor. Step 2, those tiny, totally necessary tears develop in the muscle fibers. Step 3, we bring in the protein to patch up and repair those tears, which is what actually makes the muscle stronger. And finally, Step 4, we bring in the carbs to restore your energy reservoir so you're ready to do it all again tomorrow. It's like a perfect biological domino effect, going straight from micro tears to macro recovery.
When you perfectly align your nutrition with those 4 steps, you hit the ultimate jackpot. You recover faster. You seriously reduce that brutal muscle soreness, the kind that makes walking downstairs the next day a total nightmare. Yeah, we want to minimize that. And most importantly, you actively support real muscle growth. That right there is the tangible payoff of getting your post-workout meal right. You're giving your body the exact tools it needs to upgrade itself.
Which brings us to timing. Section 2, the 2-hour recovery window.
2 hours. That is your target right there. Getting a balanced meal in within about 2 hours of finishing your session is the absolute sweet spot for most of us. Now listen, you don't need to sprint to the locker room and violently chug a shake the second you drop a dumbbell. But you also don't want to wait until half the day is gone to finally feed those muscles. This 2-hour window is super practical. It gives you plenty of time to drive home, shower, and actually cook something, all while catching your body in its prime recovery state.
Let's talk specifics. Section 3, best protein sources.
All right, so you're in that 2-hour window, you're looking in the fridge, what are you grabbing? Like we established, protein is what patches up those tiny tears, but quality really matters here. If you eat animal products or dairy, you want to go for things like chicken breast, eggs, fish, Greek yogurt, or cottage cheese. These are top-tier, highly bioavailable building blocks for your tissue. And hey, we're not talking about just taking a tiny nibble here. You want to aim for a solid, substantial serving to make sure your body has enough material to get to work. And for our plant-based folks out there, you've got some stellar options too. High-quality plant proteins like tofu, lentils, and beans are absolutely fantastic for post-workout recovery. They totally deliver the goods for that crucial Step 3 repair phase we just talked about. And honestly, they're just super versatile for throwing together a great meal.
Now, I know exactly what some of you are thinking. What if I'm rushing straight from the squat rack to the office and sitting down for a chicken breast or a bowl of lentils just isn't going to happen? So the crucial point is, something is always better than nothing. If a full meal is totally out of the question, grab a protein shake. It is a lifesaver. It gets those vital nutrients into your system fast, checking off that muscle repair box while you go about your busy day until you can finally sit down for some real food.
Section 4, refueling with healthy carbohydrates. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how often this part gets ignored. People get so hyper-focused on protein that they completely forget the second half of the equation. Our source material leaves us with this cliffhanger. Healthy carbohydrates help refill your, well, if you remember our timeline from earlier, you already know the answer. They help refill your stored energy. If you skip the carbs, sure, you might repair those tears with protein, but your gas tank is going to be completely empty for tomorrow's session. You absolutely need both to truly bounce back.
So we've covered the biological breakdown, that crucial 2-hour window, and the best fuel for the job. Now it's all about putting it into practice.
How will you adapt your next post-gym meal to conquer those tiny muscle tears? Are you going to prep some Greek yogurt, toss a quick shake in your gym bag, or maybe have a great piece of fish waiting for you at home? The knowledge is firmly in your hands now. Take it, optimize your recovery, and go build that muscle. Thanks so much for tuning into this explainer, and I can't wait to dive into the next topic with you.